Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome back to Keep or Cull, where we play our whole collection of 600 plus games and decide whether to keep or cull them.
This is kind of like welcome to Keep or Cull 2.0 in the new year 2.0.
We didn't think that we would be here, but still we are.
Yeah, it was...
It's not a very huge shock.
No, it's not. Like, in the beginning of the year, we were thinking, yeah, we can do this.
Ambitious.
We can play. But we played almost 500 different games last year. Basically, we played a lot of games. But this is, I wanted to say, welcome to Keep or Cull 2.022. Like 2022, you know?
Yeah.
So welcome to the new year. If you were not with us at the end of last year when we did our live Keep or Cull video, and you are one of the person who want to see all of the Keep or Cull videos, or just want to see 1.5 hour of very weird things on YouTube, you can go watch that video, because that ended up being super weird and super fun. We were laughing so much, and hopefully people were laughing as well. There were people watching, and people have saying they were laughing, so if they did not kind of lie to us, which would be weird.
Yes,
so as I said there,
check that out.
And if this is your first time on a channel, what can you do?
You can subscribe. It's a button, I think.
Yes.
On YouTube.
It says subscribe,
I've seen it before.
I think it says subscribe.
Yes.
I don't know if you can change the language for that. I never tried. But it does say subscribe if you are seeing it in English.
Yes.
Or other things if you can change it. I don't think you can. But this is not usually what we talk about in videos. We usually talk about
all about the games.
Board games.
Yes.
And having fun and doing things like moving things around, rolling dice, playing a card. Yeah, all the things you do when you play board games.
Getting points.
So yeah, these are the games that we played for the first days of the year, which were and the last day of the year, like basically everything from the 30th of December until the day which is the 4th of January. So there are not that many games. There's 8 games today.
Yes.
So do you think we should just go into them, or do you think we should do more banter in the beginning of the video?
I think banter is fun, but
games are funner.
But games are funner.
Do you want to begin with the small game, or should I begin?
I can begin with the smallest game.
So tell me, Sinva, what is the name of this game?
It's In a Grove. It's one of the Oink games. They have very distinctive games. They have a particular shape and they have cool components in them. And some of them are pretty weird.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do the Keep or Cull thing.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
It's very easy to keep it. I'm not culling this to save space.
No, but that's not the point of the series.
No.
Because we have all the space. We don't have all the board games on the floor and everything.
No, not at all. Well, this is kind of a cool game. I like it because you all have pieces of information to who didn't commit the murder, and there's 3 suspects, and you only get to look at 2 of them, and so you want to deduce who's been killing people.
Yes.
Help me.
That's the thing.
So I think it's cool that because it's numbers, the highest number is the killer. Unless the 5 is involved, then the lowest person is the killer. So it's very simple.
Very abstract.
Very abstract, but it was for some cool interaction around the table. I thought it was a stupid idea that the person who had the least points was starting all the time.
The most negative points, basically.
Yes, because that meant that I was always at a disadvantage, because I was sitting then I was the 4th player, and that meant that I had the biggest risk of getting it wrong.
But then if you had got it wrong and you had got negative points, then you would not be the thing happened that I got 4 of the 5 negative points, which is not a good thing. So, but you can decide.
But that can
it's okay for me. I don't really care.
I don't think we're gonna play it again.
No, it's kind of I enjoyed it, but I agree with you. So we can call it. It's fine.
Call it.
I'm gonna cry. Okay, next up we have this game which came in from Kickstarter called Neko Harbour, the card game. There is a game called A Pleasant Journey to Neko, which I played once. You have played 25% of it and you fell asleep.
Yes.
Not because of the game in particular, but because it was very late in the night. So are you ready to do the Keep or Cull with the paddles?
Yep, I am.
That's kind of the shtick for this series.
I'm not ready. Let me get ready.
Okay, ready.
A few minutes.
Yes, that would be very boring, intermission, and we'd take a break and come back in 2 weeks. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
Yes, well, it was fun to play it. I think it's cool, the little programming with the actions. Yes. Because when you place an action card onto your harbor.
Yeah.
Like from the out of the harbor, then you do like those actions, getting points, getting fuel, getting something else. I don't know what it's called. Resources.
Resources kinds, yeah.
Like in a specific order. So you have to like plan ahead for your next turn what you need to complete the different steps and the timing of when you upgrade your boats and when you sail out with your boats, because you only have so and so many of those numbers, and we kind of didn't get that the first time we played it. And next time I'm going to be smarter, but I'm just like
But
thinking,
you said Cull, so you don't want to play it again.
Because I was just like, I don't need to play it the next time. I'm fine.
Because you did lose.
It was nice.
It's a fun game. I enjoy it. I think that, as you said, like you had to plan for your next move. You basically had to plan for the whole game, because the order you place those cards in is the order they're going to be for the rest of the game. And there were a couple, like, everything has like upsides and downsides.
Yes.
I was like, oh, this is super smart in the beginning, and then halfway through the game, like, this is a horrible order of them, because now I have to do this step before I do that step. And I really enjoyed it. I don't remember too much about Pleasant Journey to Neko, but I really want to play it again now after I play this, and I do want to keep it because I would like to play it again, maybe then in the next round of Keep or Cull, and probably will Cull it.
Yeah.
But it's not like, it's one, many times I play a game once, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, but this one was enjoyable enough for me to want to play it at least once more.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes it's risky to do like a Keep or Cull for the game that we played once, because sometimes you'll like it more next time.
That is true.
Or we'll cull it again.
So next up we have another game.
It's Scooby-Doo Escape from the Haunted Mansion. Yes.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Scooby-Doo. Okay.
I only know the song in Norwegian.
I also understood that halfway through my singing. Are you ready?
Yes.
And it's like an escape room game, so it doesn't really make sense.
No.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
What?
We're not gonna.
Really?
We're not gonna play it again because it says so on the box too. Like you can play it again, but this mystery will be the same.
Yes.
I love it. Well,
basically, it should say playable once, but you can play it again. So I can talk a bit about this maybe, because you talk about all the games.
Let's do it.
This is a game that was sent to us from the OPM. We also have the newest one and a couple of other OPM games that we are going to do a review of. But this is one of the older of the. It's called the Coded Chronicles, and it is made by Jake Cormier and Sen Foon Lin, who made a game we really love from last year called Mind Management.
Cool.
And they make some really. I played other games. I don't remember all of them, but they are pretty interesting and different kind of games.
Nice.
And we do really love escape room games. This is a family style game, I would say. So for me, it was. I would not recommend it if you're like a hardcore puzzle solving person, because for me it was kind of, the puzzles were fun. I enjoyed the puzzles, but there were a bit too few of them, and there's a lot of reading. There's a lot of reading in 5 different books. This is kind of one where I think maybe you should be 5 people to play the game, so you don't have to switch between all the books and read them. And
well, spoiler alert, we wasn't like all the books at the same time most of the time.
No, that's not a spoiler, really. It says in the
So that means that if you're playing 5 people, then some of the people are going to be bored for a long time. Well,
yes, you can do all of it. Like if you are only into this game for reading things, you're in it for the wrong reason. So I thought that one thing I really enjoyed is that it really takes the essence of a Scooby-Doo episode.
Yes.
It feels like if you have watched Scooby-Doo, and if you want to play this with your family and they enjoy Scooby-Doo, I think you're going to like this one. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a bit too long. I thought it was a bit too much reading, a bit too few puzzles, but it is one that I like. It's a solid Scooby-Doo episode, and it has some good puzzles. A couple of them, a couple of times it didn't make sense, but most of the time, and that's the way it is with most escape room things. So it was not a bad experience, but not an amazing escape room experience for me.
I felt like we were going through the motions a lot. Like now this person is gonna look at all of this, and then we're gonna look at all those cards, and we're gonna read some text, and no, that didn't work, and so I think also what you said, like the points of the puzzles were nice. I liked the story chunks, but like most of the time when you read stuff, it's like you find this or this happens, and that's not where the writing in this shines, and where like the Scooby-Doo-ness.
Really?
Yeah. So I agree. Like it was a little
text heavy for me. I feel like that's kind of like that was the big letdown for me. It was a bit text heavy.
Yeah,
with
and like
with
find this,
uninteresting text. Yes, and
find this card, and you're going through. Like I wasn't engaged the whole time. It was a little long, but when we read some of the stuff, I was literally just picturing.
Yes,
and it was really nice. So
absolutely. So obviously a cull for that.
Yes,
and it's my turn now. Minerva, are you ready for the paddles?
For the paddles, yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
Yes. Minerva is a nice game. I think it was fun to play it now.
Yeah.
The cool thing about this game is the way that you place your buildings. That's basically the way you score resources. Is that you...
And everything else.
Yes, it's like
the way you do everything.
That you place buildings, and then you have these like residential buildings that you place like beside or like, and you activate everything in that column or row.
You choose a direction.
Yes.
And you activate everything in that direction.
Yes.
So you can place it basically wherever you want. But it has to be adjacent to things, or else you will not do anything with it.
Yes, and you want to like place them such that you get in most out of it, kinda. And
that should be like the obvious strategy to get the most out of it, not to place it. Oh, I'm placing it beside one tile. So this is the next series on the channel is Sunniva's strategy tips. Oh, so in this game you want to place it so you can do the most things.
Well, I'm not wrong.
No, but it would be like you would be stupid if you don't understand that.
The reason I chose Cull was basically that this has been sitting on a shelf for a long time and it's not getting played. And I can say that about a lot of games.
I find it so funny every time you say that because it makes no sense. Because you could just, then we're just gonna play this game.
Yeah, what do you think I'm doing? That's the game I'm playing. Well,
because all the games we have on our shelf, we never played.
A lot of the games, I'm looking at it and I think I want to play that.
That's something completely different.
Yes, I don't feel like that with Minerva.
I think it's a fun game. I think it's a good game. I played it like 6 or 7 times, something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
No, maybe not, but like 5, something like that, or maybe 2, maybe just once. I don't know.
Have I played this game?
We don't usually play the games for Keeper Cull.
No,
we just find stuff, comments on Board Game Geek, and we read them out loud. So, but I think
that's another video.
I do think it is a fun game, but I agree with you. It's not one I would. Like when I played it now, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the things in it, but it's not one I would choose over other games, which is kind of the whole deal.
That's the thing. Next up, we have the Sheriff of Nottingham.
The Sheriff of Nottingham.
Or just like Sheriff of Nottingham, actually.
It's true, there's no D in the game. Are you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, boom!
Oh, you almost
Did you see my flipperoonie over there?
I was getting stressed out.
Yeah, I'm choosing Cull on this because it's been staying on the shelf for maybe a year and we haven't played it.
Well, we have played it now, actually.
Yes, that's because that's the point of the video.
This is on a forever keep for me. This is always fun to play. It's a bluffing game.
And you don't like bluffing games usually.
No, I don't, but this is cool because you alternate on being the sheriff.
The bluffer.
Yes.
And the bluffee. I don't know if that's...
the sheriff. And he has to control like the goods that people are taking into Nottingham, and you place them in these cute bags, and they have like cute clicking sound, so when he opens it, you have
How is that a cute sound? It's like, oh, I listen to that when I want something cute. Like, now we're going to do like the cute
I very seldom want something cute.
No, cute cat videos and cute opening of bags. That's going to be the new viral thing. It's going to be like, oh, look at this new window. People opening the bags from Sheriff of Nottingham.
I think it's nice.
Yes, I agree.
And you have to like try to get the sheriff to open your illegal goods, because then he will pay you money and...
Legal. It sounds like I said illegal.
Yes, I tried to say legal.
Yes. Your legal goods.
And then you want to like get your illegal stuff through, so you get points. It's cool. You do get points for the illegal stuff as well. Yes. But it's kind of like a bluffing or lying game where you can be honest. So I tried being honest. I didn't say you could win by being honest, but it's not one of those games where you have to lie. That's true. So you can even play it with people who hate to lie, and suddenly they're going to be like, boom, lied, and they will win. It's a very fun game, and it has some very fun moments, like some laughing out loud moments. It's a good one. That's why we're keeping it. Next up, we have Cryptid, a game about deduction, finding things on a map. Are you ready? Yes, I am. 1, 2, 3, boom. Oh, you're culling it. And I'm keeping it.
Because this is one of those games that's just been on the shelf and we haven't played it. So I'm just gonna cut it.
Well, what's the real reason?
How is it a lie?
We played this very recently. I haven't played Minerva in a very long time.
3 days ago.
No, but like before that too.
Yeah, maybe 2 years before that.
Yeah, have we had this very long in our collection?
No, we
I
haven't.
don't think so.
No, we haven't.
No.
So it couldn't possibly be longer than Minerva. But I'm done with the joke now. As soon as you stop saying that argument. So it's a good game. I like it. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's fine. I think it's a bit simple. I think it's a bit... I think it's fun, but it's not like it's one of the only reason I could see to keep it is if I were like a huge fan of deduction games, and this is one of the simpler ones to teach and play, because all the other ones I really like, or the other one I really like, the awkward guess game, and also Social Planet X is okay, it's good, fine enough, but it has. There's so many more things to it.
Fine enough.
There's so many. It's a game. It has mechanisms.
I don't hate it. There's nothing wrong with the game.
There's nothing wrong with the game. The best thing you can hear from cinema. I think that it's a fun game. I don't need to play it again.
I think this is a cool game. The one because it's deduction game.
Two because
no, but I love this clicking sound.
So it was only one.
In my
list of things or one?
I'm telling it now.
One. It's a deduction game.
Two. I just forgot to say two. But I think it's really cool because when you start this game out, you're just like, I'm gonna ask you about that place because I don't know what to ask you about. And then like suddenly it shifts like very like boom, and you suddenly know everything and you get it. So it's
just like every other deduction game then.
Yeah, but sometimes you're like, oh, it's either this or that. It's kind of this here too, but it goes so fast for me. Like, you sit there and have no clue. And
so basically what you're saying is that you're too good at the game?
Yes.
You have to play it solo then, it should be fun.
Oh, is it a solo? No, it's
that would
not.
be very horrible. Like, is it there? Yes.
But I have one huge complaint about this game, and that is that you need to, like, I want laminated stuff so that I can cross out where people are not, because it's so hard to have, like, even when you figure stuff out. If only there was a way to
laminate stuff, like with a laminating machine.
When it's very hard to laminate like a leaflet.
There only was a way to copy stuff. Okay. If you played it enough, you could do that, but we don't because it's going to be on the shelf and we're not going to play it.
I'm with you on culling this, so we can.
No, we have to keep it.
No, we don't.
No, we have to because or else people are gonna say like we always choose what I choose.
Oh yeah.
Because people in the comments are like, oh no, Johannes is good choosing.
But I'm the keeper, so I'm saying you cull it.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
We can play it again, so you can win. Yes, there's 2 more games. The next one is this one, Panic Kingdom.
Yes.
From Mr. Richard Gorefield in the house. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Boom!
Yeah, this was basically...
It's a fun game, I like it.
This was basically a game that I knew that I was going to cull before we started the series, because we were right before we started the series, we played this. And I asked, can we pretend that we played this?
Yeah, like there was like 1 week before we started the series, something like that.
And you were just like, no, we have to do it for real.
For real.
And then we played it now, and I had more fun than I thought. It was really nice.
It's a fun game.
It is. I really like the double card drafting, so you kind of know, and you know, like, 2 of these cards are going to come around back to me.
Depending on how many players you play with.
That's true.
That's how math works.
That's how math works.
I don't know. I don't know the numbers.
And I think it's like different stuff you can do. It's not always good having a bunch of rabbits on the map. But yeah, it's fine. I don't need it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's nothing wrong with it.
It's a good game. Maybe I would give it a 6, something like that. But I don't need to play it again. Like I've enjoyed the place of it, that I have gotten like 3 or 4 times to play it, and I think that's enough. I think it's fun. I will not miss it. It's not gonna be like, oh, I would have loved to play Panic Kingdom. There's just so many other games to choose from.
That's true.
So then we have the last game of today. It's a tiny game. It's not a tiny game. It could have been this big, but it's this big, because when you make a tiny version of a game, this is Tiiny Acrobats, which is basically a tiny version of Maple Circus. Why not make it tiny? Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
I thought this was fun.
Yes.
They have kept the cool things about what do you call it? Maple Circus. That is basically stacking things on top of each other and trying to score points. And they've taken away like the game.
Yes.
But I don't complain because I don't play this to draft cards. I play it to stack meeples on top of each other.
I think that they have distilled it to the most fun things. But I'm looking forward to playing Maple Circus and see, because I do enjoy many of the things in Maple Circus.
Yes.
So, but this is like we played it 2 players in 11 minutes, which is really good. Like it's a super simple stacking game, and I enjoyed it, and it's because of that it's going to be easier to get out and play it, and you can play it with younger people.
Absolutely.
It's basically you get a card, these are the pieces you have, now build stuff, try to do these things, done. And in the last round you get like a superhuman and a super animal that can do things and balance stuff on their face, and you get some bonus points. That's basically that. I would have liked it to be this big instead of being a full box, because there's nothing in it. Like
it's literally nothing. Well, it's not. It's like something.
It's horrible. Like
right now.
Like look at this.
It's
this
insane.
is it. So all the rulebook are big. You could have made that smaller. So it's under half of the box has stuff in it. So
it's
stuff
stupid.
with that. But other than that, it's a good game.
Well, I when we played it, I was just like, I'm not sitting being like, I missed the drafting, but I think the way I remember Maple Circus, the drafting was really nice.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to play that too.
So that is 8 more games.
Yes.
Starting off the game weeks over the year with some lighter games. We had fun on New Year's Eve, had some fun a couple of days. We played some review games as well, so reviews are coming. More stuff is coming. On Friday, you're going to get the top 10 anticipated games from 2022, so hopefully you tune into that. And hopefully, if everything goes as planned, we're going to start the top 100 next week. And a lot of stuff coming, a lot of reviews. We still have a huge pile of games that we want to review and make some content for.
Yes.
So, best and worst experience.
Best, I think I have had a lot of fun playing Sheriff of Nottingham. That is always fun. Least fun experience, I think I have to say like this, not because it was bad, because
one of the games has to be the worst experience. So it's the same for me. Sheriff and Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
So that is the end of the video. If you are still here and you have not subscribed, you can do so now by...
Didn't you listen to what I said earlier? You have to subscribe. Yes.
How do you do that? By?
Clicking the subscribe button.
That's the script.
Yes.
And you're not continuing on the script, so I'm going to do it because it's been like 2 days since we did the video. And if you want to do something because that's fun and free and makes us happy like this. Yay. If you want to do something that's not free, you can go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and help us support us there. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.